folks, this is Rocky Red Panda, host of the Artist Show, and PND Studios here for this week, your weekly news vlog for August the 9th, 2020. But before we get into the weekly news vlog, let's talk about our friends at That Sounds Gay. Sounds gay? I'm in. Exactly. You can get shirts like this plus other private merchandise at thatsoundsgay.com. Use offer code Panda N Designs to save 30% off your order. And it's time for this week, the weekly news vlog of August the 9th, 2020. Again, my name is Rocky Red Panda, your host for the most of this lovely show. Of course, this week we got sports, Hurricane Isaias, Tik Tok Ban, USPS, no, that's not a disease, POD, not the band, but print on demand, folks. Samsung, and of course this show is brought to you by All Furs Media, where all of this PND Studios and all my feature videos would now be held as well as YouTube. So, we are joined today by Mr. Special Guest. You've seen him. He's been on my show before, not this show, but the Artist Show. We got Mr. Coaster at T-Fox, so why don't you come on out, and it's going to be fun. So, why don't you explain to those lovely folks out there who don't know about you, what you do, a little bit about everything, including your YouTube channel. Just talk about yourself.
Hi. Hi, my name's Coaster. I am an Arctic T-Fox and I love to fursuit. My YouTube channel, that's Rocky was saying about, Rocky Red Panda was saying about my YouTube channel. It's called Coaster the T-Fox. It's where I post different skits, ideas, artistic endeavors, and just a place where I share positivity and fun that people can watch and enjoy. I started fursuiting back in 2017. Coaster was my very first creation and absolutely enjoyed very much. And I just hope to continue to make more videos and hopefully share ideas with everyone around. And thank you so very much for having me on the show, Rocky. Thank you very much.
Well, maybe this will be a permanent thing, but we'll...
Yes, maybe it will. Yay.
And I was not the camera, I said that. Maybe it'll be a permanent thing, but we'll see what happens. So, let's go ahead, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to start this week. So, how this week works, I started this new little segment. It's called The Good, The Bad, and The Huh. It's taking the best of the news of this week, what happened this week, including what happened with me, but you probably don't want to hear about that because you probably hear 24/7 from the missus, but, you know, it's... So we're going to do the best we can because not much really happened this week. And if reason why I'm laughing, the missus is behind the camera. So you can say hi to Finn. Yay, Finn's back there. So yeah, okay. So let's get into the good, the bad, and the huh. So our topics tonight, of course, we got sports, Hurricane Isaias again, Tik Tok Ban, USPS, POD, Samsung, and yeah. So we're going to start out with sports. Now, let's talk about... Oh, let's switch sides here. There you go. You're sort of in the camera. There we go. Let's talk about the good. Wolf bans fall sports. The bad. Wolf bans fall sports. So, all right. So let's kind of talk about this, folks. So, Governor Wolf of Pennsylvania, he actually banned all fall sports until 2021. There are people that are upset about this. There are people that are kind of saying, well, my kid deserves to play fall sports. They deserve to go out there and play football in the field. But, in reality, you have to think about it. We're in the age of social distancing. We're in the age of COVID-19, and you're wearing masks. And, of course, yes, I forgot, we have to stay 6 feet apart. But this is perfectly fine. You're okay. So, let's go ahead and talk about sports. So, not only just fall sports, but we do have what you call major league sports. You got baseball, you got football that's going to be starting soon. You got hockey that's now finishing up. It's all coming back. But if we ban one, we have to ban them all. That's just my absolute opinion on that. And there's really no joke for the question mark. So, what do you think about sports in general? With this whole thing of trying to ban sports.
What do I think about that? Personally,
Oh.
Boom.
Frisbee, that's social distancing, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll go with that. But yeah, go ahead.
Well, for like sports venues, I noticed that a lot of like online tournaments and such have been happening a lot more lately. Different endeavors like that. Um, when it comes to things like gatherings and such, I feel that if sports were to take place, people could still participate. They would have to go through screening to make sure that no one's entering sick, and that they're keeping a proper distance on the in the stands and on the fields when they're watching.
Well,
So,
here's the thing. Governor Wolf said that when you're playing sports,
yes.
it's going to be to empty stadiums, so the parents would not be allowed to watch their kids when they play.
Oh,
And
yeah.
on top of that, if we ban sports, you got these kids who are trying to get into universities and sports scholarships. I don't know how that's going to be effective with it. I don't know what's going to happen with that, but if for me, it's just more like you want to be safe, but at the same time, how can you be safe? With this COVID, you're kind of risking. We don't want what happened with the Phillies, with the Marlins, where the Marlins came to play, and all of a sudden they found out, oh, there's people on the team that's infected, and then some of the people in Philly got infected. Well, none of the players though, but some of the managing staff. But you kind of get the idea. We want to be safe, but at the same time, we want our kids to be safe, and we want everything to be safe.
Right, especially since they have younger immune systems that aren't as adapted to different sicknesses and diseases. And as myself, when I was younger, I used to get sick a lot, and it's just due to bunching up with other kids and just not realizing that germs are something that can be controlled due to proper hygiene. And just when you're sick, don't go around someone, and if someone else is sick, just try not to go around them until they're completely better. That way, you don't keep the disease going all over the place, back and forth, kind of thing.
I actually agree with you on that. So with that said, I really have no joke for that other than I was never good at sports, so we'll just stick with that. So yeah, we're going to move on to the next one. Hurricane Isaias. Yes, I said it right. The good. Hurricane Isaias didn't do much damage to our area. If you're wondering where we live in south central Pennsylvania on the Pennsylvania-Maryland border. The bad. Hurricane Isaias hits harder on other states. So let's talk about Hurricane Isaias. This is the first hurricane for 2020. And it started out as a tropical storm and turned into a hurricane. It went up the East Coast. It did some damage to Myrtle Beach and to some of the surrounding sides. Yep. All it did in central Pennsylvania was some flash flooding, but no really big damage. People down in Annapolis, Maryland, they were talking about sandbags. Come get your sandbags just to be safe because we're along the waterfront. No one knew what this hurricane was going to do. Yes, sandbags. And, of course, most people are worried about Ellicott City. Of course, Ellicott City is prone to floods, but, they kind of took care of that, and it seemed to go well. But it's the first hurricane, and everyone was more worried. Of course, we didn't see people go to the grocery store because I know the person behind the camera works in one. They were panicking, buying all the milk, eggs, bread, and cheese. Not like COVID-19. Oh, yes, toilet paper. We're not going to talk about toilet paper. It took me forever to find toilet paper.
All the Karens lining up to the deli counter. I got attacked by, because we ran out, we couldn't get roast beef in. Because the supplier, they're having a hard time getting that, and having a hard time getting pork products as well. And I had her provolone, and she saw it there. She said, "You don't got my roast beef." I'm like, "Well, I'm sorry, we're all out of it." And she got mad, and she flung it back in my face.
Yeah.
I was in the middle of serving a customer, so it's not the best.
Yeah, exactly. So, we just don't want another incident that didn't happen, but...
Oh, and also about the hurricane, I do want to say something, because last time my dad had to help out with that, even though he works for, was it State Highway Administration Association over in Hagerstown, Maryland.
Yep.
They will sometimes send them out to distant towns if they need help assisting with more sandbags than anything else. So if he gets called over for that's another thing.
Awesome. Well, eventually we'll get to see Fenn again, but for now, thank you for your input. So, any comments about this hurricane we've had? So I know you've probably seen it all over the place.
Yes, especially, I knew I wasn't in the epicenter per se, but the state of Maryland, it's a little bit south of PA from where I reside currently, and I'm just telling you, I couldn't believe buckets of downpour of just it was like kind of overcast, and then it just became darker and darker to where I thought we were having some kind of solar eclipse or something, and it just let loose. There wasn't a lot of thunder or lightning, but just boom, and just wind, and then it was like over as soon as it started. Did I bump you? I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Okay.
See, it's called boops for a reason.
Yay!
Actually, that was more of a pun.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, but yeah, so yeah, it really didn't hit our area hard, so we kind of lucked out.
But we did get some much needed rain because we were getting quite dry over in a while, to where you could actually get static shocks just by touching stuff in the middle of summer. It's like, wow.
Well, just like the hurricane, we're gonna tear this one up because, well, the bad about this, well, the question mark, at least we can all laugh at people trying to say its name. Hurricane Isaias, however you want to call it, folks. All right, we're going to move on. Tik Tok Ban. The good. Microsoft says they will possibly buy TikTok. That's an American company, folks. The bad. Trump wants to ban TikTok. So let's just kind of talk about this a little bit. Just give you a brief, because I really don't like talking about Trump or politics. I never do, but we're going to talk about this. So, exactly with the TikTok ban is Trump wants to ban TikTok, all because China and the TikTok is located on their servers over in China, and they're taking our precious information, security risk, and all of the above. Now today, Trump actually announced that he will do an ultimatum and actually ban TikTok. He's going to give him 48 days to sell to an American company. And if he doesn't in 48 days, or they don't, he will ban TikTok throughout America. So, first off, what is TikTok, folks? Well, TikTok is this little program which is like, I can't...
It's a reminiscent of what Vine used to be.
Thank you.
But it has exploded across many parameters and becomes wildly popular, which it used to be known as Musical.ly, which then got updated to TikTok, the name which has been branded and has made popularity all over the world. It is a Chinese-based company, and just many people just from different walks of life are just crazy about TikTok, and you can upload so many things, more than what Vine used to be able to do, which was 6 seconds. Now you can upload up to a whole minute of skits, ideas, even stories of different things that you enjoy and like to do on those.
I am actually impressed by that. He knows more about TikTok than I do, and I'm not a TikToker.
And you can actually use lots of copyrighted songs, and it doesn't get copyright strikes on videos if you put them in YouTube compilation.
Oh, right. So I'm guessing you're on TikTok.
He is.
Yes.
So you can actually promote your TikTok. In the description below, we'll actually have a link so you can check out his TikTok, which would be cool.
It's Coaster the T-Fox, in case you're wondering.
There you go.
Who would have thought?
Awesome. So we're going to do that. So we're going to talk about that. We'll promote that. So, Coaster T-Fox, TikTok. All right. So, with the TikTok ban, well, with the joke, we hope that it doesn't get banned. We really don't. But if it does, there are other outlets for people to, of course, that one just stopped because of high. Is this one still going?
Yep.
All right. So we just lost the video camera, but that's okay. We're going to stick with you now. So with the TikTok ban, we hope it doesn't, but there are other social media outlets out there that people can use instead of TikTok if it gets banned, like me using YouTube. But in the end, all TikTokers should be comedians. Once it's banned, they should know what unemployment actually feels like.
Well, the one thing I can say about that is the fact of that Instagram decided to sit there and actually have their own little thing called Instagram Reels. So practically in that sense, it's going to be like its own little alternative of TikTok. Just upload it to Instagram.
Okay. No. All right, that's good. Well, and the last one, what's a place a TikTok star could go and not be noticed? A bar. That didn't go far. Sorry about those bad TikTok jokes.
No, wait. It's right over there.
I know.
There it is.
Oh, God.
Yeah, okay.
Well, just like...
It did kind of go a little far.
Well, just like it didn't go far, that's how bad those jokes were. Sorry if I offended you, TikTokers. But,
He's trying to eat it.
I'm eating the bar.
No, that's not the bar we're talking about.
Alright, so, moving on. United States Postal Service, I know they actually brought this one up to me. They're good. You got mail.
I do?
And not the mail you're thinking
I
of,
got
not
mail?
not the stripper mail, and then not the Chippendales, but
But I rip
actual
open my mail. I rip it open.
yeah, that kind of mail. Okay, the okay, the bad UPS slowed down, cut funding, and mail-in ballots. So with the UPS, Trump hired a new director for United States Postal
Says
Service and all the
USPS.
mail.
USPS.
USPS.
You keep saying UPS. It's not.
Yeah, we're not the
oops.
packaging people. It's USPS. So he did hire someone new for that. And the issue with that is it's now slowing down because he wants all of these things to happen. But funding, he cut the funding, which is going to slow down USPS delivery. And of course, we got the mail-in ballots. He wants all of us to vote in person instead of having to mail in because fraud. It's going to be fraud. And it's going to be rigged. We don't want rigged elections. Yes, according to Trump. So let's go ahead and talk about this. The best person to talk to because you actually make fursuits and you actually sell things. Well, I sell things, but mine's a little bit different. I do print on demand, which is the next topic, but you actually sell things. So let's hear this from you. How would this...
I found an egg.
No, that's not what
We can't mail this egg.
it's busted.
But
Oh,
I know. Let's talk about the USPS now,
Okay.
because I know this kind of affects you. So, with this USPS and this whole slowing down the mail, how does this affect you? Has it really affected you lately, or?
Well, actually, considering, yes, I'm an artist, a fursuit maker, and I actually do sell on Etsy under the name The Fox Dash. And what it does, well, how this would affect me is that if prices or if the Postal Service stops taking my mail and delivering my mail, I'm not going to be getting as many customers, if any at all, since customers and friends and family rely on the USPS to deliver at a lower cost fee than a lot of other providers, and they will deliver in a lot of places that no other services will go. And if we lose that, it's going to be detrimental to small business makers and people abroad in that respect. But currently, right now, what I do is I make sock paws. I do fursuit parts and pieces like resin teeth and eye blanks, and I'm able to ship those for under $3 a package, and that's wonderful. That's great for my business. It's great for people buying them, and it makes people want to come back and buy more. And we definitely we need the Postal Service to keep everything in balance, because without it, we're not going to. Things are going to be rough without the U.S. Postal Service.
I kind of agree with you on that. Things are going to be rough because we do need our greeting cards from Grandma for every holiday and event that comes up. I had a friend that used to send us gifts in the mail for every kind of occasion, thank you gifts, and it meant a lot to us. But we do need the USPS. But in the end, hey, maybe we'll get that Trump postage stamp we all been wanting. Then again, people will spit on the wrong side.
That's fine.
Well, sorry about that. That was a bad joke, and sorry for you Trump supporters out there. Actually, no. Well, yeah, sorry. But with that out of the way, let's move on to print on demand, or POD. Now, this one kind of affects me because I was asked this because I'm in a group on Facebook, many groups for Etsy. You're also an Etsy seller, but you probably don't use print on demand. So,
No, but I'd like to know more about it.
print on demand. So, the good. It's quick and easy for people like me. So this shirt, this was all handmade out in Colorado. Made by That Sounds Gay. But with stuff like this, you can also get a shirt similar to this, but not this exact shirt. Just using it as an example, say off of Etsy. They use companies like Print on Demand. What Print on Demand is, you can upload your design, put it on a product. You pick the company. When someone orders that product from Etsy, it goes directly to that company. They will receive the order, they will print the product, and they will directly mail it from their company to the person with no middleman. So you don't have to sit there with your little bags opening and putting your product in there and a thank you card, sealing it up, running to the post office, make sure you make there on time before it closes, and make sure to get it by the certain date. Exactly. I think we all know how that goes.
And you eat it over there.
the bad. It's not 100% homemade. The problem with people is it's not 100% homemade. You're not making 100% like lovely arts like you see here in the back. It's not 100% homemade, but yet it's still your own art and you're printing it on your own products. So that's print on demand. So you actually make homemade stuff, but print on demand. What do you think about print on demand?
I think it's a way for artists that are finding it hard to make things by hand all the time, constantly either painting something or doing their own screen work on T-shirts that maybe don't have the best equipment or maybe even the space to get a large production, to get the market, larger market, and more cash flow into their business. This could be a reasonably affordable way for them to broaden that without having to buy the extra equipment, without having to find the extra space, and to do it consistently by just a few clicks of a button. I think that could be really useful for that kind of an artist.
Exactly. I kind of agree with him. For people like me, when I sell at conventions, I purchase stuff that I only need to sell at conventions. So I don't have laying around stock anymore. I do have prints, but that's kind of different. With the T-shirts, I only print enough just to sell at that one convention. If they sell out, they sell out, and I keep them just for that supplies. I don't have ready-made hand stuff. Someone says, well, why don't you get vinyl and get a vinyl machine?
That sounds so gay.
Yes, it does. It just sounds so totally gay.
Me and my vinyl machine.
Oh boy. We're not going to talk about that one.
Okay.
We're just going to, it's
It's
a
too
beautiful,
late. It's already been seen.
it's a beautiful work of art, but let's continue. Yes, so, these people say, why don't you buy yourself a vinyl heat press machine and print your own vinyl and put it on shirts? Well, there are people like me that really can't afford it right now. So print on demand is cheap, it's affordable. I like it. All you have to do is pay for shipping, handling, and pay for the print. And of course, if you print a perfect job, somebody will always find a typo in it. Exactly. And then lastly, we're going to end with Samsung. I've wanted to do a video about Samsung for a while, but as of August the 5th, Samsung had their fall press conference, and of course, for all that watch it, and a big fan of Korean pop music, you probably know BTS. BTS, exactly. That's not BTK. That was a serial killer.
Oh God. Oh my.
But it's
Oh my.
BTS.
Somebody's showing off today.
Oh, right. So, Samsung talked about multiple products. The Watch 3. I'm not wearing my watch. I feel like Patrick. Hey, Patrick, what time is it? Oh, I need to change the time. Give me a moment. No, I'm not Patrick. But the Watch 3, the earbuds live, the new buds for the ears, and, of course, the Note 20 and 20 Ultra, and the Fold 2. We're not talking about the Fold 2. I can care less about the Fold 2. But we're going to talk about their new Note. Now, in my pocket, I carry the Note 10 Plus. I've had this for a year, and I'm already talking about getting the Note 20. So it's just kind of funny how this kind of works out. And I had someone back there, being my archangel, saying, no, don't get it. You really don't need it. And of course, she's not said that yet. She's like, oh, dear Jesus.
That's all I can say.
Yeah, and I'm sorry I said those words, but,
It just happens. It's like the
yeah,
first
I
reaction.
sinned. I do apologize. But, so with this whole thing with Samsung, let's talk about the good, the 2020 lineup. So with the Note 20, it's supposed to have 8K filming. Oh boy, that should be fun. And the Samsung DeX is now wirelessly connected to multiple different products, and it's a 6.7-inch phone for the Ultra. Yes, it's huge. This is the Plus. 6.7 inches is bigger. Oh boy, yeah. So for those that haven't seen photos, you'll actually see photos pop up somewhere here. So you're gonna actually see the photos. But so it looks like an awesome phone. I'm actually excited to try it out. So when I do get the phone, I'll be doing a big review about that. Maybe I will include both of you guys back in because they're artists and the phones are used for artists. Speaking about the phone, the S Pen has gotten smarter. the Watch 3. It's bigger. It's no big change from the last one, except now you can track your blood pressure using it, and a few other things. Battery life redesigned. You brought back the swivel, which is pretty cool. And we're not going to talk about the Fold until the Fold. You listen to me, Samsung. Until the Fold gets S Pen support, we will not be talking about that Fold. Exactly. So the bad. Let's talk about the cost. So the new watch starts at $300+ and goes up from there. The new Ultra, $1,200. If you just want the one below, just the regular Note 20, it's a little bit less, but it's still going to be expensive. Now that's all before taxes and fees. You buy yourself a new cell phone case. You buy yourself a screen protector. You buy yourself all the accessories you want. But it's worth it because you have Microsoft. You can play Microsoft games on it. Yes. And that's my frustration, folks.
Or you could buy a fursuit.
Oh my.
You could do that too. So, just out of curiosity, how much do fursuits go these days?
I'm glad. What kind of question is this? Okay. Okay, considering I made my suit myself, cost for making a suit yourself are going to be considerably lower. The thing you're going to have to consider is learning, practicing, making sure that you can get the materials. Foam, hot glue, and of course, ultimately fur are going to be your most expensive items when you're doing fursuit building. If you want to do it yourself, you can make a head somewhere for roughly speaking, between $100 and $200 by yourself, and it can be good. It can be good. But if you want to commission one from someone, they can range anywhere for just a head between $400, $500, or even $1,000 for just the head. Yes.
The Vanna White's going on.
Ah, yay!
And of course, this one is actually working on my head. No, that's not a bad joke. He has actually been working on my head, so I'm actually excited. If you remember from the artist show where he took my head, yes. What was the joke? What do you wear under your thing to keep all the sweat away? Baklava?
Dessert.
It's balaclava, not baklava.
Balaclava.
Balaclava.
Yeah, exactly. But if it's baklava, it'll be quite tasty. We can eat it. But I don't know how it will keep the sweat away.
I end up eating my balaclava anyway. Like when I'm out places,
It don't taste too good.
You see, baklava can be the Italian version of a balaclava. It's just very
sticky, sweet, tasty, a mouthful.
Well, but this is the most offensive thing you can do to an Italian. But
Mwah.
that too. But yeah,
Arrivederci.
yeah, we can go so much with that joke.
Okay.
But so we talked about Samsung, and then we just tossed it away. So All Furs Media. So I'm going to give you a shout out. We're going to talk a little bit about All Furs Media and what does this mean for P&D Studios. And of course, Mr. Coaster T-Fox here, and of course, Fem back there, and everyone else that's part of the video people that I know. Well, All Furs Media, they contacted me back a while. They did podcasting. And then I just got contacted again. And they said, we're ready for video. We just upgraded our servers. I said, great. So the artist show and all my videos that I bring to you on P&D Studios will actually be on All Furs Media. All Furs Media, they have their website, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, and of course they have a Roku app, which is awesome. So you can check out all my videos on that as well as as YouTube. But you'll be able to catch the artist show live weekly on All Furs Media, and then you can catch it again when I upload it to YouTube. So All Furs Media, folks, they're awesome. If you're looking for a place to showcase your YouTube channel and videos, check out All Furs Media. And with that said, it's this week, August the 9th, 2020. Time has gone by. Whoa, that made a cool sound. I love it. So, I'm going to leave you guys a few moments and let Coaster do his thing. This is where I'll let my guests talk a little bit more, whatever they want to talk about. So, you have anything you wish to add?
A hug.
A hug? Okay.
Yay. Hugs are good.
Hugs are
We
fantastic.
need more hugs these days. People
Yes, we do. We do need more hugs.
Yay.
Well, with that being said, this is Rocky Red Pen, and this is Coaster T-Fox. We're signing out, and we will catch you on the flip side. Till next week, guys. Peace. If you like this video and other videos, especially from P&D Studios, and of course, Coaster T-Fox, Giuseppe's own channel, make sure you like and subscribe, not just to me, but like and subscribe to his channel. All of his information will also be down below, so make sure you like and subscribe to both of us.